Alright, grates came off easy. Here we are. It spins pretty good, pretty free. God, it seems really nice compared to the W16 that I'm having trouble with. But the thing that's interesting about this, I went out and bought the tools for the C-clip. But this is all a little corroded. There's this sort of cork washer here also. The thing that's interesting to me is that these blades are like wobbly on here. They don't feel tight at all on the shaft. From what I understand, there's some sort of a rubber bushing underneath. So if you have any idea how to deal with that, what you would use to replace it to make it new, I know there aren't NOS parts for these things. What are you using to effort the blades on your 5-wingers? How are we doing that? Let me know. So I picked up these at Harbor Freight in order to work on these GEs, and I did get the front C-clip off of the blade hub without breaking it, but I had to file down. Come on, camera, where the heck am I? I had to file down the ends of these a little bit because the stock tip size didn't fit in. Good. So I got that done. Had to file it down a little bit. Luckily, they give you an extra one, so I just filed down the extra ones. All right, let me mount the camera and then we'll pull the blades off. All right, I'm pulling the blades off. If you're watching this video, you probably even have one of these of your own. It's new to me, so we have a metal washer to go with the C-clip. Put those in the safe place, and then we have a fiber washer of some sort of plasticky type material, and then we have a weird shaped round washer that's sort of bent, and its purpose is to keep these sort of pressed out so that they don't rattle. How many of you guys found your fan with that thing still on there? So those are the 4 parts for the blades. Now let's see if the blades pop off. Here we go. Yep, they do want to move. Making a funny noise, but nothing yet. Alright, so they're not moving. I'm going to squirt a little WD-40 in there. We'll see if that gets any better. Stick around. Alright, so the blades are moving a little bit. I didn't put any WD-40 on the shaft, but I'm going to do my trick of just pressing down and see if they come out. Yeah, they did. Try not to break them. I dropped them on the floor. There you go. Alright, here's the old blade hub. Looks pretty nice. Not too dirty or dusty. And we flip him over and there you go. So we'll give those a wash and set those aside. I don't know what I'm missing. There doesn't seem to be any kind of rubber washer in there. Maybe it's still up. It's still on the blades. Stay tuned. So here's the front of the motor. This is the rubber deal that goes over the blades. It stayed on the motor. It didn't come off, which I'm not that upset about. The motor spins fairly freely. It's a later model, I think, because of this thing, but this is just pressed on. I think that comes off fairly easily, but you might not have to take it off. I believe that'll come out of there straight through. It doesn't look like there would be any resistance, so I might not have to remove this at all, other than just to clean out anything that's in there. But it's not too dusty, and as you can see, there's no rust in here. This thing looks great. So maybe we'll do a little cleaning. Maybe we'll wait on the cleaning and try and get some of the electronics out of here. I'd love to get the motor down here out of the box. So we'll see if that's possible. All right, the good news is we're on track to getting this apart. Bad news is there's a little play in the bearing. Hear it? It's not really visibly moving that far. So it'll play in and out, just, you know, that's fairly normal, but it's hard to see with the eye, but you can hear it moving up and down, so that's not great, but to be expected with an old fan. I don't know if that's within tolerances. We'll see. We're going to try to get the motor apart and oil her up. Alright, here we are with the GE 2-speed reversible. I've got the switches out of the box. Down here, I'm going to take the plastic bags off them so I can see what's going on. The bad news is that I broke the 2-speed reversible switch, so that's going to have to be super glued back together somehow. It's a drag, but it wouldn't have come out any other way, I don't think. So there you go. That's what's happening now, so I should be able to get these apart. Okay, so we're going to take the motor out. It's a big screw, a washer, and a piece of rubber washer, looks like. And I'm going to do the bottom one first. The switches came out, as you can see. Again, I'm going to have to effort the one that I broke in some way, but they're out of there. And we're going to pull the motor. Tight. It's pretty tight. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so the next snag is that these two big screws are not moving at all. I have two big full-size screwdrivers. I'm not having any luck. So I'm going to hit them with a little PB Blaster. It really doesn't matter what happens here. I'm going to put a little here, and I'm going to try and get some... Sorry, this isn't showing it to you. On the other side, where are we? Here, right there, where it actually threads into the motor housing. Try and get some in there, right down in there, right in there. That's where it threads in. So I'm hoping that that's going to do something. So that's the point where we're at right now. As you can see, it's mostly apart. And we're learning as we go. All right, whoo doggies! So stay tuned. Okay, so here she is, trying to keep the PB Blaster off the paint here and out of the motor. So that's what I use this part of cardboard for. I sprayed a little on the front of the nut here, screw here, and on the back towards where it mounts to the motor, and we'll see how that does. And hopefully there's not much of that PB Blaster crap in the motor. I would just a couple of squirts, squirt, 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 squirt. I wanted to use a lot. So we'll see if that makes a difference. If not, we may have to apply some heat to those screws to get them out of there. We'll see. So stay tuned for more parts to this video. I definitely plan to get this thing completed. It's going to be difficult to fix that switch that I broke, so that's going to be a top priority. We'll see how that goes. And there you go. We're learning and we're fixing fans. Good times. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.